Hi, I'm Danny from Secure Edge, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to use our Network as a Service calculator to build an estimate for your very own network subscription. Okay, so if you're ready, let's jump over to the calculator and get started. Okay, so welcome to our Network as a Service calculator. A couple things before we start building our estimate is that the numbers that you see here, the pricing, okay, is based on a 60-month subscription term. It's also based on a single building and a single floor inside of that building. Okay, so this current version was not designed for large campuses, multi-site, multi-building or multi-floor types of projects. Okay, so while it still will give you a very good starting point, it's just not designed for that currently. And to get a much more accurate estimate, you'll want to work with our sales team. Okay, with that out of the way, let's start building our subscription. Okay, so step number one, we're going to calculate our base subscription. All right, and that means starting by choosing our environment. All right, what this means is we're going to select the environment or the option here, all right, that best describes how we're using this location or this building. Okay, so we have a variety of options here, from education to hospitality to industrial, right? Each one has a blue eye that you can hover over to get a little bit more detail on what that option relates to. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to choose industrial, which is, as you can see here, warehousing, distribution, manufacturing, etc. All right, so click industrial. The next section, all right, is building size and occupancy. Here we have a slider that corresponds to square footage. All right, so we're going to select the size of our building, and it also directly relates to the occupancy below. What we've done here is we've made sure that you can't have a building size that's, say, 11,000 square feet here and have 2,500 people in that location. Right? That wouldn't be right. So moving forward, let's just say our building is 76,600 square feet. We have 51 to 100 people inside of that location or users. And now we're ready to move on. Okay, so applications. Okay, here we're going to be selecting how is the network being used? What are we trying to support from an application standpoint? I'm, for this example, assuming that we are a warehouse type of environment and we're industrial as we chose at the beginning. And we're going to need business apps because we're using an ERP system or an inventory management system. And we're going to use location services, so we're going to do asset tracking as well. All right, so now we're ready to calculate our base subscription. So I'm going to hit calculate. You're going to see on the right here, we have our estimated monthly cost, okay, of $1,288. All right, now above that, you'll see your subscription with a base package. The first few things are what we selected in the previous step. All right, and then below that, we're going to see services and products. Okay, so these are the standard services and products that come with every base subscription. All right, so we have all of our deployment services, so Wi-Fi design of the network, procurement of the hardware, installation, configuration, project management, as well as then the core categories of products that we're delivering. So we have Wi-Fi, we have switching, so the wired side, we have security, which would include firewall, as well as role-based access control, warranties, and all licenses. All right, so the next section we're going to get to is we're going to be choosing our support plan. All right, so we have a variety of options here. We have 3 different flavors. We have proactive monitoring, managed, and autopilot. So it starts with proactive monitoring, where you're just going to be adding a layer of extra help to resolve network related issues. All right, moving up from there, we have managed, which is where you're going to be offloading the majority of your network operations to a certified service provider. Okay, and then the full flavor or autopilot, this is going to have the fastest SLA times compared to managed, which also operates on SLAs or service level agreements. This is going to be our most specific or most critical SLAs is going to be with autopilot. And of course, if your IT team has all the support you need in-house or already set up, you can also select that you don't need a support plan. Okay, so it's completely up to you in terms of how much managed support you have in addition to your own team. Okay, so in this case, we're going to select managed, just kind of right down the middle. We have some help on our team, but we want to offload most of it to a more experienced service provider right? So they can focus on the day-to-day and we can focus on the larger business goals, right? Okay, so now comes to the really interesting part that comes with network as a service is, do we want to pay for everything monthly? Okay, so literally everything in subscription on one monthly bill, or do we want to pay for the installation upfront and then put everything else in a monthly subscription? You have the different options. As you can see, once we selected managed, it went to $2,063. If I select monthly for everything, it's going to stay at $2,063. If I select installation, it will break that out. So now you can see our monthly cost dropped to $1,849, and now we're showing our estimated installation cost. Okay, now if you'd like to start over, see a different scenario, adjust anything, we have two options. You can either reset right at the bottom here, or you can scroll back to the top and hit edit for step number 1 to recalculate your base subscription. If you want to take your results with you, all you have to do is put in your email and you can send yourself a copy. It will have a breakdown of both payment options. Just in case you only selected monthly for everything, it will show you the installation as well. So if you're a business that's interested in OpEx consumption or a network as a service solution, I've put a link to our calculator in the description for you to get started. Okay, so as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.